Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Middara Unintentional Malum Act 1 on Tabletop Simulator. So one quick change I did, since I was able to swap with Remy, is I went ahead and swapped the core. I went ahead and grabbed the augmented monocle from Remy and put it on Zeke. This not only gives him an actual respectable conviction, and technically increases his perception at a point, but really I grabbed it mainly for the ability to put a Nemesis token on something. Just in case we encounter something big and need to deal with it. Combination of using like a Nemesis token and spawning some flanking and Slayed Spirit sounds actually pretty enticing, so we'll see how that goes. Besides that, our starting location is in the water, because that's where we fell into from the Happy Go Fun slide. So I went ahead and placed it in this formation here. Usually I would be kind of wary about putting Justice in the front, but since we have a summon, I went ahead and had Jazara be positioned here, which means he'll be the primary target for all these cave sickles, which is pretty helpful. Rook is starting with 5 HP of damage because of the previous fight we did before the shop and train phase, but everything else is good to go. So just to kind of show off the stats we have, we have 20 HP on Zeke now, not 22. Yeah, that is all correct. Everything else, we do have oh no, actually it is 22. Sorry, I forgot about the Brute Serum. So 22 HP on Zeke, only 11 defense, because we still have a common tier armor. We do have one instance of heavy because of the Soul Carver, so that is going to give us agility down and mobility, movement down. Everything else is good. I have his extra stuff set up here, and then of course I have all his conduits here, his Exalted Summons here, his Enslaved Spirits are all over here. And then for Damocles over here, he's actually pretty beefy. He's base 12 HP, and from his Mantle, Core, and 2 relics, because he's not heavy, he's sitting at 27 HP. So he should be able to take some damage. Again, any extra stuff in the pack I put above here for now. Besides all of that, I think we're good. Like I mentioned before, any ability tokens do carry over. So Justice has their intervention token, Jazara has his intervention token, and then Rook has all of this stuff, his summon tokens, intervention, and heal tokens. So hopefully we do okay. All right, special rules, we already talked a little bit. Burden, Rook is going to get 1 less stamina per turn. Now, in the beginning, it's only when he restores stamina, so on the first round, he does start with 3. Deadly Drop only tells us to read it when we need to. Small Opening, read it when we need to. We need to find the blue exit, which we can't even see right now, and we're not going to get in Restore after this. Blue Objective, this token represents a metal lever seated into a mechanical device built into the floor. An adjacent adventurer may encounter action to do stuff. The red objective is a strange hieroglyphic symbol. An adjacent adventurer may make an encounter action to read the following hidden text. And then everything else is just totems. Yep. Okay. So we are starting with a bunch of cave sickles. As always, their scripting is broken. So I will be... Oh, actually, these are the wrong cave sickles. Just completely wrong. I mean, technically they're sort of correct, but I'm just going to bring out the actual ones, since those will have the correct values for their poison and all that. Oh, right, you can't like actually put anything back on things. Whatever, we'll just put you over here for now. That should keep you out of trouble. Again, it says 12, it's actually 16, and then I can't use the scripting for the dice because they're wrong. Okay, so no ambushes or anything like that, so it's just going to be a straight shuffle of initiative. Damocles first. Alright, well, we'll keep it simple, I guess. We'll do Mend. We do have... Oh, I need to pick something for Salvation, I apologize. To be honest, I think I'm just going to pick Disease. So he's now immune to disease. And then I'll use Mend, which is going to get us 3 heal tokens instead of 2, because we do have Salvation. Alright. Next, I'll go ahead and do, in secret, I'll do 2 damage to himself to get a vow token. And then since I took 2 damage, I can go ahead and trigger 2 Faust. It's not an exhaust, but it says only on the first time each turn. So gain evidence of, yeah, I already read that one before. All right. So we'll get ourselves another vow token. So we're up to 2. It stacks up to 5. I believe I probably mentioned this before, but vow tokens tend to have the same issues as poison and a lot of other mechanics where it doesn't really scale. But it is extra damage, so I will take it. So we actually have a really good initiative, which I wasn't really prepared for. So I guess we'll move and just see where we get ourselves to. So I have 6 movement. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I guess I can do that. And then I can, this will put me in the, middle of everything, but that's kind of fine. I don't really mind it. I'll go ahead and exhaust the Dweller Short Sword to diagonal move to here, and then start swinging at this K-Sickle. The K-Sickle does have a shit ton of defense at this point. 12 defense base, and there are 4 around it, so it's going to be 14 defense. We'll do Blade Works and just see where that puts us. I'll be rolling 2 greens and not empowering it. All right. I believe I can exhaust this at any time, so I'm not going to worry about anything else. But yeah, getting 14 is going to be pretty rough. That's 13. Oh, actually, I can go 14 with Masterwork. That will hit. All right, so that is a hit. Base 0, 1, 2, 5 from symbols. I can also go ahead and exhaust this and this to get 2 more vow tokens in the process. So we're at 5 damage right now on the orange Cave-Sickle. And I'll go ahead and use a Ring of Blood to heal 2 damage. I do have planks if I want to smack someone with it, but I don't think I do. Do I wish to swing again? Not really. But I don't really have much else to do, and I can tank hits. I do also have a dodge available. Yeah, we'll take another swing. If we miss, we miss. Yeah, it's going to be a miss, unfortunately, this time, because I don't have a Masterwork to pop. That's okay. Goes to Justice. Oh, actually, before we go any further, I am going to go ahead and do Doombreak and get a stamina. For Rook there, so I can refresh. Okay. Justice. Oh boy. What can we make happen with you? So we can definitely trigger a bunch of totems in the process. Not exactly sure what's going to happen with that. We have ways to remove status effects, so maybe we just go all in and see what happens. So I'll spend 2 stamina and do Bring the Shadows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. $13, $14, $15, $16. That works, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. Didn't want to go all in on that. All right. I believe in the process. No, we did not reveal anything. Okay. So we're hitting 1 through 3. I will go ahead and do a Wand of Coiled Fragments with this. I am not empowering. And we'll see what we get. All right, we'll take the 7, so that's going to be 13 in total. All right, red first. Purple. And orange. Okay. All right, and then I roll a casting die. Only 5. Yeah, we'll just take the 5. So 5 damage to each of them. And they're all afflicted with darkness. Which may be useful if I end up not killing anything. Okay. Next, I will spend 1 stamina and do Life Grasp. No Empower. Alright. I will take 6 damage in the process to make this 14 into a 20. I can target up to 3 targets. I'm just going to target the 1 through 3 group. Alright, so 20. Takes 9. Takes 13, which kills it. Just making sure. 14, 20 minus 7 is 13. Yep, that is a kill. This thing has 16 HP. Boop. And then the last one. It's going to be 10 damage, which will definitely kill the more wounded one. Okay. Unfortunately, Zeke is out of range, so he's not getting any souls from this. I did do damage here, so I will do Ring of Blood to heal for 2. And then last bit, I'm going to go ahead and do Gore Shot on the last Cave Sickle that has 2 HP remaining. And we'll roll the casting die. I'm going to go ahead and re-roll it with a Wand of Hindsight. Okay, 13. Alright, fails, takes 2 damage, and dies. Alright, 1 swarm completed. Also, the combatant loot does carry over, so the 8 stuff we drew earlier does still matter. So we already got an item loot, so there's still the unique and monster loot. 9 gold. Alright, really nice start. Okay, that is it for Justice. I'm not going to do anything else. Goes to Zeke. Alright, Zeke, welcome. We're going to go ahead and spend 1 stamina and Banish Knowledge to put haste on Jazara. I'm also going to go ahead and give... he's out of range at the moment, so I guess I'll move first. So we'll spend stamina to move. We only have 5 movement, unfortunately. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's actually as far as I can go, unless I want to pop something. So yeah, we'll stop here. And I'm going to go ahead and do Intervention now and give Intervention to Damocles. It's really nice to see all those ability tokens all in a row. Besides that, yeah, the rest of it is a bunch of once per encounter abilities I don't want to trigger. And do I really want to throw knives right now? I'm trying to think of like what other things are going to be what we're going to have to deal with. Obviously, I'm not going to try to peek. I'm just going to base off whatever knowledge I have. I know there's definitely, what do you call them? Blights. I know there's blights. There might be a living oblation. I mean, killing another one of these things would be helpful. Actually, if we want to really make use of this, I think I should move here instead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to here. I still can get something on Damocles. Yeah, I'll just move here and make the decision that way, because I actually want to get Jazara up there. So speaking of, it goes to Jazara. Jazara will get 1 stamina because of haste, and I'm going to spend 1 stamina to move. He has 2 movement. He didn't spawn, by the way, so that's why he's not spewing out smoke like usual. And I think we're going to go straight into the Abyss reaching back. Unfortunately, I only have 1 target. Yeah, I only have 1 target, but that's still better than nothing. It also will keep it from moving if it does connect. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. So casting die is green. No empower. Sorry, I'm just making sure I didn't mess anything up. Okay, casting die. 14. Or sorry, not 14, it's 11. I can go ahead and intervention that. Reroll. Alright, 12. Okay, this is just on the teal one, because that's the only one within range. Only 10, so I would have passed either way. Alright, and then it's going to do its combat dice to itself. It's currently has 2 with an SOI, so it's going to be rolling 2 greens. That is 15, which is just a point short of killing it. But it also gets rooted. I really like the rooted status effect. It's a pity that we don't have spells that actually apply it, but these are introduced from promo cards and later acts, unfortunately. Okay, that is it for Jazara. Goes to Rook. Pretty strong start. We heal 1 HP because of Sentient Bodysuit. I'm going to go ahead and do Helping Hands and move 2 steps forward. And then I'm going to go ahead and spend a stamina to move 1, 2, 3 to there. And then I'll spend a stamina and do Banish Knowledge. We'll put haste on Zeke. And then I'm going to go ahead and give Intervention to Zeke. And not doing summoning yet. We'll make use of Jazara as long as we can. Oh, also the Doom Break does refresh. Which I'm going to go ahead and pop now and get a stamina and roll this. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and spend 2 stamina to cast. I guess I should just go for the teal and just go for the kill. as nice as it would be to not do that. Also, I know there's like a million traps, and they're all going to be annoying. We do have the bag to help remove bad effects if we need to. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 stamina. We'll target teal. We don't need a red dye at all. That was me misreading things. We don't need this green dye either. All right. I'm going to go ahead and roll. I'm going to go ahead and empower it. All right, 14. Came close. I mean, even if it did succeed, I am within SOI to pop the MP3 player. All right, killing 4 cave sickles. Unfortunately, Zeke is not in SOI because I did put him in that position, but that's okay. All right, that is... I have 1 stamina remaining. I'm not going to do anything with it. So I went this way, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's fine. Making sure I didn't use too much movement or anything. Okay, that is everything. Goes to cave sickle 4 through 6. We'll start with 5. 5 is going to go ahead and make a ranged attack. It's going to go based off initiative, so it's going to go after Damocles. Damocles is just going to tank this one. Just going to check something real quick. Easiest way to verify this. Okay. So each turn I can still pop the to Faust. All right. So yeah, it's just going to have 1. So it's going to be rolling a red and a green. And going up against a 12 defense. All right, misses. And then it's going to move towards the highest damage. It can't reach Rook. So it's just going to go towards Damocles because he's highest on the initiative. So it's going to go towards Damocles, and Damocles will dodge this attack. Whole lot of nothing. I could intervention it. I'm not going to worry about it. All right, it's going to go ahead. This did break SOI, so it's going to be rolling 2 reds now. Wow. Holy cow. Wish I could roll like that. 18 versus 12 is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It'll do 10 if I let it go through. And I would have to check to see if I get poisoned. Or I can just ignore physical damage. And honestly, I think I'm just going to ignore the physical damage and deal with the poison next round. All right, speaking of, let's see if we get poisoned. Yes. What's the DC for this thing? 11. I would have to roll above average. I'll go ahead and use the intervention. That's what it's there for. I'll reroll. Yeah, not quite. Okay, so get poisoned. We're not immune to that, unfortunately. We're only immune to disease. Okay, that's round 1 over. Okay. Oh, sorry. I forgot to do purple's turn. Let me go ahead and do that now. It's going to move up to range 4 from the nearest opponent. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Can it shoot from here? Yes. So it's going to go to there. It's going to shoot at Damocles again. No dodge. Misses. Okay, now we continue. Justice goes first. She's going to get 3 stamina. She'll heal 1 because of Nirvana's Mark. All right. So if I remember, red totem leads to Fragors. Yeah, I believe it leads to Fragors. All right. We'll spend 2 to go ahead and go Sonic the Shadow the Hedgehog here, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll trigger Red Totem. This is going to probably hurt a lot, because I'm pretty sure we're going to hit by every trap imaginable. The corridor opens up into a dim room. It's nearly empty, but for a small pile of treasure on the far end, pieces of the ceiling have collapsed through which light is spilling across the floor. Place tiles tokens according to diagram 20. As you enter, you hear the click of a trap triggering. Any figure in the outlined area is inflicted with poison and paralysis. Okay, so diagram 20. Oh my god, we dodged that bullet. It was a coin flip. So the traps are set up like this. There's one that goes this way, and then there's one that goes this way. So we triggered the one that went this way. Cave sickles are immune to poison, so it doesn't matter. But we managed to avoid everything there, so that's good. All right. Oh, it does give paralysis though, so we'll go ahead and put paralyze on that cave sickle, which is green. Cool. We do need to get okay, it did work. It's been somewhat luck-based whether or not the diagram scripting will work or not. Not a big deal, though, but it is something to note. It doesn't have any of the terrain, though. That's okay. We can do that ourselves. Okay. So I'm just going to... refill? Thank you. I'm glad there's a refill option. That helps a lot. And you know what? Just to prepare for the future. There we go. That should keep us busy. All right. One there. All right. Okay. I believe we could take... Yeah, so as mentioned, anyone in the affected area is poisoned and paralyzed. Cave sickles are immune to the poison part, but not the paralysis part. Okay, back to work. So we went 1, 2, 3, 4... sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7... 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, do I want to go... yeah, I want to do it this way. Actually, do I want someone else to handle it? I could have Zeke do it. So I know this chest spawns fragors. I know that. I know it in my heart. So I could stick around and try to kill both of them. And just hang out here. I think I'm okay with that. Alright, let's do 1 to coiled fragments, and we'll cast in this place. Alright, I'll take the 9, so 15. I will make that guy reroll. I'll use the MP3 player to make a reroll happen. Okay, and then the other one. Okay, both of them failed. I'll roll a casting die for this. 7 damage to both. Both afflicted with darkness. Okay. Next, I'll go ahead and heal myself with the Ring of Blood. And then I will go ahead and cast Life Grasp. I'll target both of them. Rolling just the casting die, no Empower. I'll reroll with a Magical Leather Dress. Slightly better. I'm just going to go ahead and re-roll it one more time. If it ends up being worse, that's fine. If it ends up being the same. How are we on intervention tokens? You've popped yours. Okay. Screw it. Well, intervention as well. Well, it is what it is. I deserve everything that comes my way. So I just need to ensure I do enough so I can kill it with a gore shot. Yeah, I'll just go with it. 9. We'll start with green first. Okay, resist it, and then the other one. Takes 4 damage. Okay. And then last thing I'll do is I'll do gore shot, and we'll see if that does anything. Okay, 13. Okay, fails it. I will take 2 damage to do 8 in total, which will kill this one. All right, fantastic. Goes to K-Sickle. It's paralyzed. It's now going to become immune to paralyze, and that is it for its turn. Goes to Rook. Rook is only going to get 2 stamina. He'll also heal 1 for Sentient Bodysuit. All right. And I have line of sight of you, don't I? Yes, I do. All right. I'm going to go ahead and just start simple. We'll spend 1 to do Banish Knowledge and give haste to Justice. I'll go ahead and restore her intervention in the process. And I'll go ahead and pop a Doom Break, gain 1 stamina. Good to go. I'll spend a stamina to move. Actually, before I do that, I'll spend 2 to do a Courage Stifle on the Cave Sickle. All right. And we'll go ahead and empower it. All right. 11 plus 6 is 17. Fails. It's going to take 10 damage and die. All right. Swarms are dealt with. Get to draw another card. 12 gold. So 530. Okay. Now we'll move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, actually, no. We're not going to move. Instead, we're going to spend that stamina to do a re-equip. And then we'll exhaust the bag to remove... Oh, no, I have to spend 2 stamina for that. That's unfortunate. You know what? I'll just pop a Magic Bomb. Magic Bomb, I'll remove the poison. Okay, in that case, I'm not going to do the re-equip. All right. And yeah, we'll do a move. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'll use Helping Hands to move to there. We're not going to go any further because I don't want to trigger the other trap yet. Okay, Zeke. He is hasted, so he gets 4 stamina. I'll go ahead and use this opportunity to give Jazara intervention. And then I'm going to spend a stamina to give haste to Damocles. And then we'll get moving. I'll spend a stamina to move. I think what I'll do is I am going to go ahead and probably transform first. I believe you don't carry anything over when you conduit. Yeah, you still reference them for scaling icons, but you don't get any tags or effects. So I believe we end up going a bit faster. So yeah, we'll spend a stamina to transform. We'll transform into an animate. We'll use the shadows. Actually, no. I guess, yeah, I guess, you know what? It's actually better if I just do K-Sickle. So we'll change into a K-Sickle. I can move through terrain safely and other allies. So we were at 4 stamina, spent 1 on giving someone else haste. We're spending 1 to transform, and now we'll spend stamina to move and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to transform again, this time into the animate, and then I'll use the shadows to move 2 spaces. Okay. Goes to Damocles. Damocles is no longer poisoned. He is now hasted because he's not immune to haste. Yay! All right. Not bad of a start. For him, it's going to be pretty simple because I don't want to trigger the totem yet. So we're just going to move down to here. Goes to Jazara, gets 4 stamina. He'll spend 2 to move, to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that'll be it. Okay, so we should be good to trigger the other totem and go from there. All right, shuffle initiative. Okay, Zeke goes first. That's perfect. He is hasted, so he does get 4 stamina. He's currently transformed, so he's not affected by heavy. As far as I know. Yeah, I'll just assume that's right. Conduit's pretty complicated, so feel free to chime in with your theories about how it actually supposed to work. Okay. So what we can do is we can spend a stamina to move and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and loot this and trigger all the bad things. Red loot. You pick up a small pile of coins, gain 40 gold. As you do, creatures burst through a small opening in the rock wall, spawn 3 fragors on the north side of tile UM30. So we get 40 gold, which is quite a lot. And we get fragors, because of course we get fragors. Would not be a game unless you were fighting for getting hit by fragors every round. Okay. No variance for these guys. Well, thank God. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're good on everything else. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do the shadows. And this goes away, by the way. To move to here. I can't untransform, unfortunately. Well, actually I can, but I won't be able to do anything else. Well, I guess I'll untransform then. It is the better option at this point. All right. And I think we're going to start throwing now. Magic Frag is tempting, but I'm not going to use it yet. So Nemesis token, I believe, only works on attacks. Yeah, attacks and spells. Okay. Let's go ahead and start throwing. So remember, I have Garter Knives. They flip instead of discard. So I'm going to have to do these one at a time because I have a way of re-rolling. So first roll, 3 damage. We'll target... which one do you target first? Farthest opponent. Okay, not much I can do about that. We'll target orange. So 3 damage. Okay. Next one, which is this one. 3 damage. Okay, next one. I'll re-roll it with intervention. 3 come on. All right. Well, worst case scenario is I can always exalt summon one of them. Ventress Pack. Swap them over and continue the process. Seven. That is enough to finish you off. Good. I do get an energy token because I did kill an enemy here. I always say this, I need to move the energy stack down. But it doesn't really matter now. Alright. Okay, gain an energy token. Alright. So that leaves 2 targets. We can do some pretty cheeky stuff. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and do the Exalt Summon. We'll do Menace the Contractor. And see how much damage we can do to the purple one. So really I'm just trying to make it so only the red one remains, because then if it throws a bulb, it'll only hit Zeke. And if I get a kill, that'll be even better. Alright, that's 11 damage. It does get condemned, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to go ahead and throw a knife at it. One damage. Do I have any rerolls? I do not. Alright, 1 damage. Alright, last one. I have to do 5. That's 6. Cool. We kill it. Get my second energy token, which I'm immediately going to spend. And we get to play around with Enslaved Spirits now, which I have never done before. Okay, they have 2 stamina each. No, there's no point in keeping track of their HP because they die the moment they take damage. Gets added to there. And then I get to add them anywhere within SOI. I think this looks like a good spot. Okay. Zeke, you have 1 stamina left. And we need to note that this has been used. They'll each have 1 swing. And they don't have a casting die. I'm not that worried about it. Okay, That is it for Zeke. Goes to Enslaved Spirits. They do have the same they have scaling dice just like Zeke, except for HP. So we need to borrow an Empower die. Okay, so we can do Ghostly Touch. They also have their own symbols, which is pretty helpful as well. And we'll see if we can make something happen here. Alright, Enslaved Spirit 7 is going to attack the Fragor. This thing has 13 defense. Good luck. Oh my god. Well, what a great way to start. Alright, Enslaved Spirit 2. You're not going to be able to one-shot it. Alright, 16 versus 13, so 3 base. Sorry about that, hit my Windows key. So 16 versus 13, 3 base. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, even if I had done it, it wouldn't have killed. But it came close. So there's a good chance it'll blow itself up, which is nice. Alright. Goes to Fragor. And Fragor is going to... Also, I guess since I can, I'm going to go ahead and... For Zeke's turn, I'm going to go ahead and do a re-equip. Yeah, I have the space for it. And I can just swap in these if I need them. Okay. Alright, so Fragor is going to make a melee attack. It's going to target 7. So 7, they don't have Nimble or anything. They do have Incorporeal, which we'll get to mess around with. But let's see if he hits. This thing has a defense of only 10. Or 11, sorry. Okay, does hit. Now we get to learn about Incorporeal. When a figure with Incorporeal will be dealt physical damage, roll a black die, and if it's all 4 of a kind, you ignore the physical damage. Here's the black die. It's a 1 in 3 chance. 0 damage. Still can apply disease, which I guess technically matters, so I'll go ahead and roll for conviction. Resisted it. Okay. Is there an opponent within range 6? Yes. It's going to go ahead and target Enslaved Spirit because everything's blocking line of sight. So it's going to go ahead and shoot at this Enslaved Spirit. Again, same rolls as before. 12 is a hit. So we'll get to roll this again and see if he explodes. He does. So that one is popped. Alright, it does place a bulb. I'll shuffle this and then draw. Okay. Then it's going to move to be adjacent to multiple opponents. So it's going to go ahead and provoke a break attack from this Enslaved Spirit. Unfortunately, it is a miss. Okay. It's going to move here and then explode. Oh, actually, I can do a... I'll exhaust this to provoke, which gives me 2 range on my break attack, and also do this with Zeke. 13 is exactly a hit. So it does 0 base, and then I have 2 shields for 2 damage, which will actually finish it off. No, it won't. Because I don't have Nemesis. Cool. And then it could also afflict Condemned. I'm not going to worry about that part. I don't have any way of rerolling. Okay. Well, the good news is no matter what, it's going to kill itself because it's going to explode with purple damage. And does 7, so it definitely kills itself. And then Corporeal. Alright, I get to roll this die again. Did not survive the explosion. And then Zeke, I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 to change into a Earthloa and take only 2 damage. Alright, that's Fragor's dead. Draw loot. 8 gold. 5, 7, 8. Okay. Alright, goes to Jazara. The question is do I want to break things now? I think I want to wait and do the yellow totem first. So let's, Jazara's just going to get some much needed stamina and then just hang out for now. Rook, it's going to heal for 1 and then get 2 stamina. And we're just going to go ahead and use this opportunity to banish knowledge himself with haste. So now he's back up to being a normal person. Okay, then it goes to Justice. She'll heal for 1. And then get 4 stamina. She'll spend 1 to move. She'll spend 2 to do Bring the Shadows instead. This doesn't provoke break attacks, so this will keep me safe from this thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Next goes to Damocles. And Damocles is just going to get stamina and hang out. Okay, new round. If we were playing with urgency, still no urgency because we did deal with the Fragors. Zeke. Zeke's going to get 4 stamina. And we'll spend 1 to transform into a Fragor, which doesn't provoke attacks from bulbs. Then we'll spend 1 to move. We only have 4 movement, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll transform into a animate, and then like the shadows down to here. Okay, goes in Slave Spirit. It's going to get 2 stamina, and I'm just going to have it stay in place. It does have flight, but it will not matter at this point. Okay, goes to Damocles. Damocles is at full stamina. Let's go ahead and have him cause some trouble. Spend 1 to move. Actually, no, I'm going to wait. I want Justice to trigger something first. Okay, so yeah, I'll have Damocles wait. I'll have Justice go first. So I know there's some shenanigans in this based off of like what order you do the totems in. I don't remember how exactly it works though. I'll heal 1 damage because of Nirvana's Mark. Go to full stamina, and then we're going to spend 2 to do a Bring the Shadows, and we'll trigger yellow totem. Behind you, a hissing issues from the holes in the wall as gas fills the room. Luckily for you, a large wall slides into place at your back, keeping you safe from the fumes. You can only go forward now, so you peer through this passage. A large chamber lay ahead with a pile of gold behind 2 earth loa. You don't see any exits, but the wall in the back of the room looks weak. Place tiles, tokens, and figures according to diagram 22. Any figure that was standing on the space where the obstructing terrain was placed is dealt purple irreducible damage and move 1 space to the west. If they cannot make this movement, they are defeated instead. Then any figure in the outline area is inflicted with darkness and disease. And then after reading this hidden text, if you already read the hidden text for the green totem, read some other stuff, which we have not done the green totem yet. So we're good on that front. Okay, 22 then. So that's the trigger. All right, load page. All right. Oh, this one actually has terrain. Even has enough of it. Good for them. Oh, one up here. Okay, yellow loot goes here. Only regular Earthlow is in this one because we don't have the uncommon tier Itlims, infused ones or whatever they're called, unlocked, so we just get the regular ones. So we just get the Cerulean Earthlows here. Okay, one here. And then one down here. All right, and then what was yellow again? Any figure in the outline area is afflicted with darkness and disease. Yeah, I completely forgot about this trap, but that's okay. It's not going to affect the... Well, the darkness affects the spirit simply because of the attack roll. Everything else doesn't really matter, because I'm not going to buff it. I guess I could have buffed it. I could have given it a... I actually could have given it an intervention. That would have actually helped. Silly me. Oh well. Alright, that's all of that taken care of. Back to adventure sheet. So let's go ahead and continue our movements. We went one... actually, give me 1 second. Yep, we only went one step. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 8, 9, 10, 11. I think that'll be the way to go, because it can go, what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that'll only make it so only one of them can attack me. Which is fine. Okay, so yeah, we'll do Shadow the Hedgehog here. We're definitely going to need to blast these things as hard as we can. Alright, Wand of Coiled Fragments first. I'm going to go ahead and use the Wand of Hindsight to reroll all of it. Okay, 13. Okay, we'll do 13. It's just going to be against one of them. Alright, I'm going to make it reroll with a MP3 player. Okay, and then I'll roll casting die. 9 damage. And Darkness. Okay, I'm not going to heal yet. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and we'll do Gore Shot first. Only 11. I'll re-roll with Magical Leather Dress. Okay, 14. Okay, I'll go ahead and take 2 damage and then heal that 2 damage and do a total of 8 damage to this thing. Okay, decent start. And then I'm going to go ahead and Life Grasp. Oh, Intervention. That's even worse. I'm not going to buff it then. We're just going to let it lie. Okay, resisted it. And then... okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 to attack. It's not going to do much, but if I get any symbols, maybe it can get somewhere. Because, yeah, I honestly don't have much else to use my stamina for. So, yeah, just rolling these two. 15 is a hit. Okay. Physical damage is not going to do anything because they have 5 armor. But I definitely hit. Every 2 books gives us +2 magic damage, and every burst gives +3. So that is a total of 7 damage. Honestly, not bad. It would have been, was it 4 physical damage, but, or sorry, 3 physical damage, but again, the armor is just going to block it. One, two, three, four. Yeah, either way, this one will probably reach me with jumps, even if I used a BAMF token now. So really it's going to come down to hoping I dodge at least the attack that this one does. If not, I'm going to be pretty screwed because I'm going to get paralyzed. Okay. We'll go... it goes to Earthlobos. We'll start with red, which is going to put barrier up on the other one. And then take a swing at Justice. Justice will dodge using a minimalist garb. Alright. So that'll be +1. Right now it's at minus... So due to rules of diagonals, it's going to have to go through this tile with its attack. So it is going to be at -2 in total. I am going to go ahead and just use Forebode and reroll this and hope I do slightly better. That's slightly better. I'm at 14 defense. Ready for the maximum roll? Okay, so 14 minus 2 is a miss, because -1 from darkness and -1 because of the hindering terrain. So it misses. That's good. The other one is just going to put barrier on the other guy. And go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that'll be it on that front. Yeah, because it was going to look at the diagram, which again, to make sure, yeah, it started there. 1, 2, 3, yeah. If this Arthlo had moved, it would have made a difference, but didn't need to worry about that. Adventure sheet. Okay, so that is it for Earthlobos. Goes to Jazara. At this point, I'm okay with moving forward. So we'll spend a stamina to move. Go 1, 2, 3, and trigger blue. The passage continues around the corner. The corridor before you has more of those strange holes in the wall, but before you can inspect them further, a low groan signals the approach of blighted guardians. Place tiles, tokens, and figures according to diagram 19. You brace yourself to fight. When you hear a whistling sound behind you, the holes in the walls behind you fired some kind of darts, but you're not sure what triggered them. Any figure in the outlined area is afflicted with poison and paralysis. Okay, so diagram 19. All right, so the yellow area we are clear on because we already knew where that was coming from. And now we get to deal with everything else. So green totem is what's going to end up triggering the fun stuff, I believe. Okay. And I know there's a trap somewhere in here as well, but I don't remember where it's at. All right, Blighted Guardians. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and just take the fragors off. I don't remember which ones come back. I know eventually we're going to fight animates. Blighted Guardians, uncommon tier. There we go. Boop and boop. All right. Okay, one is here. and this one is here. So we went 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. What's your gimmick? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're just going to go here and get this guy moving forward. Okay. All right. Ghost Blooded Guardian. This one's going to go 1, 2, 3. And start shooting at Jazara. Jazara cannot dodge. It's just going to be a swing. Misses. Jazara, despite not being able to dodge, has 13 defense thanks to Friends with Benefits. Yep. Okay, attack misses. Does not attack any other opponent. So we're good on that front. The other one can't actually get in range thanks to the other one blocking. Good for him. Okay, goes to Rook. He's going to regenerate 1 HP, get 3 stamina because he has haste now. Actually, before the round begins, I'll go ahead and do Doombreak. And then get 3 stamina. Alright. And then we'll spend 1 stamina to move. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. We'll go ahead and do Doombreak again. Good to go. I am going to go ahead and deal myself 3 damage through the gates to give myself barrier. So now I have 6 armor. And then I think we're going to start blasting. I'll spend 2 to do a Courage Stifle on Blooded Guardian. I'll empower it. Alright, that is 18. I don't think he can even pass. No, he cannot. Alright, so I have 5 armor plus 1 from barrier is 6, so that puts it up to 12 damage. And then I will cast again, no empower. Only 5. Yeah, we'll just leave it, so I'll be 11. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and do Helping Hands. Actually, one thing I can do, no, that requires stamina. Everything requires stamina. Of course it does. I'm going to go ahead and do, I guess I should have, no, it won't matter because I can't cast it on myself. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do Helping Hands and move 2 steps back. Let Jazara be the target of all suffering. All right, goes to new round. We might need to pop a pager. Nope, we don't. Okay. Enslaved Spirit's going to pass turn. Because I don't want to trigger the... I'm just going to let it sit there. Damocles. Alright, Damocles. We'll spend 1 to move. Whew, boy. Can we deal with you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So... Sorry, it should have been max stamina here. So locking it breaks it, apparently. Okay, good to know. All right, back to what I was doing. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, it wasn't 9, 10. But it was 9 movement in total, so 6, 8, 10. I'm going to go ahead and Blade Works and see if I can smack this guy around. Alright, Blighted Guardian has 12 defense. I am rolling 2 greens. Oh, you know what I could have done? Is I could have given intervention to Damocles before I moved, but I completely forgot. I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, just take your swing. No empower. Actually, you know what? Empower it. You only live like... Oh, actually, oh yeah, I do have reroll. I have a short sword. 13. So that's going to be 1 base. We can go ahead and pop the Iridium Dagger to get ourselves a Vow token for our troubles. And I am going to go ahead and spend these other 4 in the process. Let's see what the total is. So 1 base. Every shield is +1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 damage so far. And then I could literally... Actually, yeah, I can't use the Vow token I just got, unfortunately. Oh, actually, I can Masterwork. That'll add another 1 damage. No, it's still not enough. Never mind. Take back that. But yeah, we'll go ahead and just spend 4 Vow tokens and do 8 damage. In the process. And I'll go ahead and do End Dreams in the process, I guess, as well. Actually, I don't think I can do End Dreams. I don't know how exactly the order of operations works, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Also, I keep forgetting I could fly. Alright, 8 damage. Or a lot of damage, rather. I think that was like 15 in total. Yeah, it was 15 in total. Alright, so it has 3 HP left. I have 2 stamina left. I'm going to go ahead and do In Secret, take 2 damage, get ourselves a Vow token, and then trigger to Faust to get another Vow token. And then I'll spend 2 stamina to swing 1 more time. No empower, just a straight roll. 15 is going to be 3 damage base, which alone is going to kill it. Which is fine by me. So that kills it. I'll do Ring of Blood to heal for 2. I'll use End Dreams to get another Vow token. And yeah, we killed Blighted Guardian. Good work. I have no notes for that. Okay. We'll go ahead and draw loot. 9 gold. 5, 8, 7. Alright. And then last action, I'm going to go ahead and just do a diagonal move away. To there for now. Okay. Goes to Zeke. Zeke will heal 2 damage because he's in animate form, and then get 4 stamina. We'll do Like the Shadows to move 2 spaces. And then we'll go ahead and transform into Cave Sickle. And then move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. That's fine. And then we will just stay in this form for now. Okay, goes to Blight. So Blight is going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4 and target both of you. Nearest opponent is Zeke. I'll dodge with a Cave Sickle. Or use just stamina to dodge, rather. I'll go ahead and transform back into human form and then use the cat suit to reroll. That's better. 15 defense. Attack misses. And then it's going to take a swing at Damocles. I'll dodge with a Lonely Mountain. Whole lot of nothing. And no rerolls. Okay. I should have also transformed back and given interventions, but I forgot to do so. Oh well. The attack still misses. That was an 11. I have 12 defense, so the attack misses. Okay, goes to Justice. Justice will heal for 1, and she needs to make some plays happen now. 4 stamina. We'll spend 1 to go ahead and do Life Grasp. I am going to go ahead and use 1 to coil fragments with this one. And I don't have a way of rerolling. Okay. Well, I have a way of rerolling, but not black dice, so no empower. Okay, all 3 dice. Alright, I'll take the reroll any dice. Yeah, I'll hold on to that. Okay, so 13. I will take 6 damage to make it 19. So 19 versus all of this nonsense. I'm going to go ahead and make... Do I want to make you reroll? You'll take 5. I think I might have no choice but let you just take 5 and then see if I can kill you with something else. It is dangerous, though. Yeah, I'll have... So this is 14 versus 5, 11, 17. Or sorry, no, sorry, I was doing the wrong one. 13, 19. Yeah, we'll do 5 damage. And then the other one... we'll take 9 damage. Okay. Okay. Next, I will go ahead and... I'll go ahead and heal with Ring of Blood. I'll spend 2 to do Bring the Shadows. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6... Actually, no, I'm not going to do that yet. Let's not do Bring the Shadows yet. I'm going to go ahead and do Gore Shot first. I guess I don't really have a choice. Yeah, let's just do the Bring the Shadows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going here. At this point, there's not going to be any place I can really hide from these guys. Alright, casting die. I will re-roll that with a magical leather dress. Okay, I'll re-roll with a Wind of Hindsight. There we go, 15. Okay, you failed. You didn't. I'm going to go ahead and make you re-roll. Oh my god, come on. Well, he doesn't have darkness. That sucks. I'll go ahead and roll the casting die. Alright, I do 8 damage. That kills this one. I'll draw my loot. 6 gold. 5, 9, 3. Okay. Now we'll do a Gore Shot in the last one. And hope for the best. Okay. Casting die. 11. I don't have any rerolls left. I do hit though. 2 damage. And we'll do another 6. I was thinking about maybe trying to stay alive a little bit longer, but I guess actually there is a way I could stay alive a little bit longer. I'll do a re-equip with my last action, and then drink this juice box and recover 5 HP. This might be a little overkill, but again, if I get paralyzed, I'm pretty much guaranteed I'm going to get punched twice, if not 3 times. So It is what it is. Goes to Earthloa. It's going to swing at me. I will dodge with a Garb. Alright, I'm at 13 defense. It has -1 attack because of the hindering. 13 -1 is 12. It misses. Making sure this is correct. I had 7 defense, +2 from this, +1 from this, so that's 10, +3 from that, 13. 13 -1. Okay, we're good. We're good for at least another round. If it ends up going first next round, I'm probably okay with it letting it do that. So we'll take what we can. Rook, it is your go. Heal for 1. Get 3 stamina. We'll go ahead and do intervention on Zeke. And I'll spend 2 to do a Courage Stifle on the Blighted Guardian. I'll empower it. Just 12. Okay. And then at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and I'll do a Doom Break to get another stamina. Oh, actually, sorry, I needed to move first. I'll do Helping Hands to move 2 spaces to get to here, so I can actually cast. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'll still do Doom Break. And we're safe on that. Everything else should be good to go for now. Yeah, we'll go to Jazara. Jazara will go to full stamina. I'll spend 3 to go. Actually, yeah, I'll spend 3 to go ahead and do the Abyss Reaching Back. And it's going to hit the Blighted Guardian. 15. Okay. And then it gets hit with its, own combat dice? Yep. 13. And is rooted for a round. Which is actually pretty helpful. Okay. Then I will go ahead and spend 2 to attack with Grabby Tentacles. I'll be rolling all of this because it is empowered. I'll be at -1 for this because I'm attacking through through allies. Cheryl intervention. All right. Not surprised, but disappointed regardless. Okay, that is it for Jazara. Goes to new round. Okay, Earthloa does go first. Do we want to let that keep going? Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's not the end of the world. All right, Jazara, you go first. You'll get 4 stamina. You'll spend 3 of it casting. Yeah, I'll do the Abyss Reaching Back again. Only 10, and I don't have a reroll. All right, fair enough. Can't move anywhere, so goes to Earthloa. Earthloa is going to swing again. I'm going to go ahead and dodge again with the Quiver now. I will re-roll with Forebode because it doesn't care about skulls. Alright, only 12 defense this time. 12 -1. It misses. Holy crap. Justice. Alright. Goes to Rook. Rook will heal 1, and then I'll gain 3 stamina. I'll go ahead and cast in place and empower. Uh, 14. Okay, takes 12. I'll cast one more time. No Empower. At this point, I'll reroll with Intervention. Well, 12. Probably will pass. It does not. It dies. And heck, even if I had kept the earlier roll, it would have passed either way. Dead Blighted Guardian. $10. 603. Alright. I am going to go ahead and give Intervention to Jazara. I'm going to go ahead and do Helping Hands to move 2 spaces. And then I'm going to go ahead and spend a stamina to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're fine. Okay. Goes to Justice. Justice will heal for 1. Get 4 stamina for our troubles. All right. Let's do what we can here. Let's open with a... Let's do Life Grasp first, and we'll use the Wand of Coiled Fragments with it. Alright, I'll take the 7, make it 13. I will take the 6 damage to make it 19. Alright, does 10. And I'll heal for 2. Then I'll do Gore Shot. I'll reroll with Magical Leather Dress. For those that forget, Magical Leather Dress lets you reroll dodges, spells, or convictions. Alright, so 13 in total. Fails it, and I'll deal 2 damage to myself to do 8 in total, which will kill it. Oh no, it doesn't. I'm literally a damage short. Oh well. Alright, in that case, I guess I'm doing this now. I should have done this first then, but that's okay. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I guess I'll just stop in the same spot. That's fine. I don't remember if elevation affects SOI or not. I always forget. 14 in total. Okay, fails it. I'm guaranteed to do 1 damage, so I do kill this guy. You may think it's dangerous to send Justice to go fight 2 Earthloas by itself. I say it's exciting. 7 gold. It's one of the few times you could show off like what a caster can do before they inevitably nerf it. Alright, Earthloas. Dead. That was Justice, goes to Zeke. Zeke is going to get 4 stamina. We'll go ahead and give Intervention to Damocles. And then we're just going to move. We'll spend 1 stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're good there. Goes to Spirit. Again, I'm not going to move it. I'm trying to remember. Do I want to go that way, or do we want to go the other way? I mean, if anyone's going to be able to survive what's coming, it'll probably be Damocles. I could also have Jazara stay there. So I think I know there's a shoot trap that's going to trigger, and I believe it affects anyone that's in these areas. I believe that's how it works. So yeah, I'll have Zeke stop here. I'm not in a particular hurry. I can transform him into something at least. I'll transform him back into an animate just to get that going. And then yeah, that'll be it for Zeke. Enslaved Spirit's not going to move. Damocles will get 4 stamina because he's hasted. God, this thing just keeps resetting over and over again. He's at 4 Val tokens. Yeah, I think he's fine. Alright, I'll spend 1 to move. Does this change every time I click on it? It just changes arbitrarily. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's it. Okay. New round. Okay, goes to Rook. He'll heal for 1, get 3 stamina. I'll spend 1 to give himself intervention. And I think we'll go ahead and give himself a stamina with Doombreak. Good. And then I'll spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, we trigger green. Alright, behind a crumbling pile of rocks, a living oblation calls forth Twin Savani. You take a step back and feel a taut piece of string snap. A trap triggers. A section of the cave collapses and a strange gas emits from the holes in the walls. Place tiles, tokens, and figures according to diagram 21. The encounter Esper is Twin Savani. It's going to be randomized. Any figure in the yellow outlined area is inflicted with darkness and disease. Then place obstructing terrain tokens on the spaces in the red area. Any figures in these spaces must dive to avoid the falling rocks and make an agility 10 check. If they fail, they take purple irreducible damage. Regardless, after making this check, place the figures on an unoccupied space adjacent to the 4 obstructing terrain tokens that were just placed. If you've already read the hidden text for the yellow totem, read the hidden text for the small special encounter rule, a small opening. Okay. 21. Load page. Right. We're on the home stretch. It should be like that. That one's fine. Okay. So we do need to randomize these. So let's go ahead and take care of that. You're in here, right? Yes. Okay. So we need to grab the initiative card for a living oblation. Kevin Mother again. Okay. This one will actually live long enough to do something. All right. I am going to go ahead and pull up the living oblation. Put that back where it was. All right, but we still have the big thing we need to do. We will use the figure for... Actually, we don't need to do that. We can do it this way. Living oblation. Okay. Then pop that. Put you back. All right, living oblation is next to the loot. Oh, this is actually incorrect. There we go. Problem solved. Okay, living ablation. Okay, and then we get to do the nonsense that is opposing espers nonsense. Yeah, anytime you spawn one, so I don't think I do it for each of them. I think I end up replacing the Twin Savani entirely. I think that's how it works. I've never had a situation where it had two spawns. Is the situation. Let's make sure this is all correct. Oh, we also need to include all the other esper, or we need to include the actually no, we don't include any. It's just you shuffle the variants. I guess technically we include Twin Savani as well. So I'll do that as well. I'm just going to grab one of them. That's why some of these are set to the side, is because they are just additions to existing ones. Actually, one of them needs to be removed. We'll remove Anteros, because Anteros is also grouped. Let's make sure that's correct. So yeah, Lupercy spawns with Tixie and Toxie. Where are you at? Eros. When Eros is summoned, spawn Anteros. So yeah, they're together. And then technically, what's his name? Faunus goes with Syrinx. So we got all those. Okay, so we have all of these plus Twin Savani, because that was the one that was based off of. And then we'll hit shuffle. Take the top. Oh, actually, let me verify that. Did I mess it up? I did. I did mess it up. I apologize. I forgot about Impasto and Chiaroscuro. Those two also spawn together. I think they do. Yeah, so they do spawn together. Sorry about that. I need to separate them as well. And, okay, we do have the Dream Emulators. Okay, so I'm going to take out Impasto, and I'll put this back. I need to redraw because it does make a difference. Sorry about that. Like I said, there's a lot of different espers. Let's just put it that way. I'll look one more time to make sure I didn't screw it up again. You're by yourself. You're by yourself. Psychic's by yourself. Okay, now we're good. Shuffle. Okay, we got the portal. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take out the Twin Savani. Put it back where it belongs. And we get to fight an opposing gate. I think. Oh, never mind, you're this guy. Sorry, I got you mixed up with some other guy. Yeah, I got you mixed up with the actual gate. Alright, so we get to fight something new. Go team. Alright. No special rules for you. Cool. We'll add you to the thing. What order was this in? Yeah. Alright, and then I get to spawn you at someplace. Opposing tokens. Are you actually big? Just want to verify everything. Since this is my first time actually encountering these guys. Okay, yeah, it is a large one. And I can put you anywhere I want. I'll put you here. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to grab the combatant, sorry. This is the uncommon version. Yes, it is. Okay, We've already read about Coven Mother. I am going to go ahead and read on the other guy. I don't think you're a character. I'm just going to verify real quick. You are definitely... You are a character. Okay, we'll read your character card then. As soon as I fix the glitch here. Okay, an unknown desire. Martin laughed, but his friend Lucas only looked somber. He stood stiffly, one hand poised on his hip, defiant in the face of Martin's mocking chuckle. I'm not joking. It really grants your every wish, within those limitations, of course, Lucas said, his face darkening. Martin's grin widened. No way. So I could ask for anything I wanted and I'd get it? What's the catch? There's always a catch with this sort of thing. Lucas peered down at the instructions in the small leather-bound notebook. It was clean, uncreased, and had a neat black and burgundy tassel attached to its spine to keep track of the place inside of its ruled pages. It reminded him of those black pocket notebooks you could buy at bookstores back on Earth, yet this one laid open easily despite its light weight. Flipping from page to page, he found that each one showed widely different handwriting. The book's pages were littered with scribbles. Some were barely legible, others immaculate and verbose. The markings were from different writing instruments. Some were made with a pen, others made with a pencil. A few were drawn with a finger, and something that was dried and brown. Their large letters were sprawled across an entire spread. One page even sported a neon pink ink, but every one of them shared something in common. Each page was filled to the brim with every possible white space filled with sentences. These were from each of the book's previous users. Each page held their wishes, written out of compulsion. Each one was an intimate and vulnerable insight into the deepest parts of people he never knew. Lucas shifted uncomfortably. Yep, well, you don't really ask for anything. It knows what you want if you use it. It knows what I want? Martin's smile faded. He wasn't even sure what he would ask for yet. It can see into your heart. It knows what you desire even if you don't. Those are the wishes it will grant. So, what's the catch? Martin repeated, worried now. Lucas sighed, eyes scanning the nondescript book on the table between them. No catch. You just have to make sure that you know what you truly want before you use it. I don't know about you, but I'm not sure that my hidden desires should be indulged. So there you go. And there's, of course, the summon version, which I will read if I ever summon it. Okay, so let's read up on this guy. We'll need to borrow a damage counter. Okie dokie. The first time each turn, another ally with an SOI would be targeted of an attack or spell. Rapturesque will redirect to himself, so he'll take the damage instead. When Rapturesque is dealt damage in this way, end the current action and all abilities. The opponent who dealt this damage loses all stamina. If no stamina was lost in this way, Rapturesque heals all damage dealt by the attack or spell. Holy crap. So, how's that? So I understand the first part where it says it ends current action and all abilities, and that only triggers if you're targeting something other than Rapturesque. Since it's all in the same paragraph, I'm assuming it also includes this, but I'm not entirely certain. Driven by the hearts, Abayama has resistance. Well, it's supposed to be Rapturesque. Has resistance sword, katar, axe, and knife. Rather specific. I guess it's all slashing weapons. The first time each turn when Rapturesque summoner would move for any reason, or if Rapturesque would be dealt damage, Rapturesque gains an energy token. Is there an opponent adjacent? If it makes a melee attack, by the way, if it gets 4 books, it gets plus 5 magic damage and inflicts misfortune. Okay. Attacks the opponent with the most damage. Attack has follow-up Stupefy, and then warp up to 6 spaces to put as many opponents as possible with an SOI. Continue down. Is there an opponent with an SOI? Cast a spell against all opponents with an SOI. Inflict sedate. Then deal magic damage equal to the result of a roll of Rapturesque casting die. Then warp to be adjacent to Rapture as summoner, prioritizing the space furthest from opponents. And then, does Rapture-esque have 3 or more energy tokens? Discard 3. All opponents are inflicted with slow. Like, not even SOI. It just flat out inflicts slow on everybody. Okay, well, you're going to be a fun one, aren't you? All right. So I moved. I remember that much. I went 1. And I guess we're going to... Oh, actually, we need to trigger the thing. Yellow. Actually, yeah, we have a lot of things to trigger still. Anyone in the yellow gets darkness and diseased, which is unfortunately Zeke. Bye-bye haste. Hello, darkness. And hello, disease. Okay. All right. And then, okay, that's taken care of because that's the yellow area. Not a problem. Obstructing terrain tokens are placed in the red area. We'll keep this simple and just do this. And then no one got smashed, so we're good on that front. A small opening is red now, which is all the way over here. If there are adventurers on tile UM 28, 34, or 30, read the section below. It is possible to avoid this if you have everyone move forward, 28, 34, and 30. So we're good on those. A small hatch below you opens up, dropping you into the cavern below. Place tiles, tokens, and figures according to diagram 18. Because of course you will. I mean, this one I already knew was coming. Still don't have to be happy about it, though. I mean, it does give us more opponents. Which one is this? 18. So this thing is separate from everything else. We're just going to move you guys. Okay, we don't need to worry about cave sickles and stuff anymore. That's good. Alright, so we'll place you there. Get the red objective. I want to get a Blighted Guardian here. And then we need to get some animates. We don't need to worry about cave sickles anymore. Okay. All right. Blighted Guardian, then Animate. So it's going to be in that order. Okay. We put you here. And we put you here. All right. All those are placed. Venture sheet, back to that. Okay. Read the section below. After placing this tile, any figures that was previously on tile UM34 is dealt a purple irreducible damage. Okay, so it'll be these two. All right, we'll roll for Jazara first. 7 irreducible. This is not done by an opponent, so it should be fine. And then for Damocles, it takes 3. This is... this triggers to Faust. Oh, I see what's happening. It's whenever I do this. Anytime I place anything down. Alright, I do get a Vow token. I'll pop that. Alright. So that was 30... Yeah, anyone that's in 34, which is the middle, is now placed on a corresponding space on tile UM40, as if directly below tile UM34. Okay, so this is going to spawn here, And I can either have this spawn next to the Blighted Guardian, which would keep it from casting spells on us, at least. So yeah, the issue right now is I'm dropping on top of somebody. That's what's happening here. Oh, sorry. If this space is already occupied by a figure, that figure is dealt a purple of irreducible damage and is moved to an unoccupied adjacent space, even if this would. Oh my god, that's amazing. Let's read. Sorry. Okay. So we're dropping from 34 as if it was directly above. The space is already occupied by a figure. That figure is dealt purple irreducible. I'm not going to roll the purple irreducible because it doesn't matter. Sorry, words are hard. So yeah, Desara was here. That's why he's spawning there. And then I'm on the bottom 4 from the left. So yeah, I'm dropping on top of this guy, and I'm going to have him move to here, which is going to kill it instantly because of elevation difference. That's actually awesome. That's the first time I've ever done that. All right, we do get loot because he's defeated. 8 gold. Okay, that made things a lot easier on us. I think usually what ends up happening is I have one guy fall in here and then I have them run in most cases. All right. Even if this would defeat them, any figure that was on tile UM28 is placed on an unoccupied space on the west side of tile UM40 at the beginning of their next turn. Any figure that was on tiled UM30 placed on any unoccupied stone on the east side. I wonder if the text is any different. Is it? So any figure that was on tile 28, which 28 is this one. No one's there, so we're not going to worry about that. Yeah, it has the same text. Good times. All right. So any figure that was on tile 28 is placed on any occupied space at the beginning of the turn. I can't make any assumptions. I'm just going to assume I spawn in any occupied space on the east side of 40, or on the east side of 40. So you go down there. Is it figures? Any figure. I don't believe bulbs count as figures. Yeah, they are not figures, so the bulb doesn't come with us. Okay. And I can spawn you anywhere on this far side. We'll put you here. Okay. I think that resolves everything. Sorry for how long that took. I'm going to take a brief break. Give me a second. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and continue with the rest of my turn. With Rook, I've moved 2 spaces. I went ahead and verified that because I was right here. I think I'm going to go ahead and just take this opportunity to just fall back. Because I don't think you do anything, right? Yeah, you don't move on your own. What do you do? Okay, you summon Espers. No one's within SOI. You actually don't do anything. You kind of just sit there. Okay. I think we're going to fall back then. I do have a plan, sort of, for Rapturesque. Oh, good. Haste actually... Okay, yeah, slow's not a big deal. So we can gradually kill Rapturesque with magic. I just have to make sure I have stamina after I blast them. So I think for right now, I'm just going to move back to here and get out of line of sight. And then I am going to go ahead and do a re-equip. I guess I don't need to worry about that because Zeke can cleanse his own stuff. So yeah, actually I'll just keep as is. Also, I think, yeah, I didn't cast anything this round. Okay, that is it for Rook. Goes to Animates. They got things to do. And unfortunately, I do need to look up elevation again. My apologies. Give me a second. Okay. Got the verification. Okay. Yeah, it does ignore SOI, so spells are... Or SOI ignores that nonsense. I don't think there's anything else I need to worry about that. Oh, actually, I think I need to look up spells. I think that's what I actually have to look up. Because technically they have their own rules as well. Spells. Spell actions, spell-like abilities, 53. Yeah, steps for casting a spell, determine the force, choose a target within SOI. Okay, good. We're good to go then. If I forgot something, I apologize, but like I said, there's a lot to keep up with. Okay, we'll start with red animate. No regeneration because it's full HP. No one adjacent. Is there an opponent within SOI? No. Can it move and attack an opponent within range 4? Move up to be range 4 from the nearest opponent. Technically, it is a tie. So it's going to go after Jazara. Or actually... Yeah, it's a tie. So it's going to go after Jazara. We'll go 1 and 2 to here, so I have line of sight. And then you get to make a attack at nearest opponent, which will be Jazara. Jazara cannot dodge. 13 versus 13, I believe. Yep, 13. So damage is 2. Jazara has 6 armor, so it does 0. Chains of Perdition will trigger, though, and it'll attack again. That's a lot more, 17. So it's going to be, again, against 13, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's going to do 3 damage. And I'll have Rook take 3 damage. Okay. And then the other one goes. So this one is purple. No one's adjacent because of the elevation. Cast a spell 6, prioritizing the opponent with the lowest conviction without darkness. Okay, it's within range of everybody, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Okay, so lowest conviction. It's a tie? Yeah, it is a tie between... so Spirit already has a darkness. Otherwise, it would be targeted instead. Oh, actually, it's going to go after Damocles, of course. Damocles has no conviction. 13. Okay, we get darkness. That's fine. Oh, actually, no, we're immune to darkness. Let me check something. So it doesn't really have any examples specific to immunity, but it does talk about things like if it can't target things or something like that, it would not consider it. I'm going to go ahead and just go with it doesn't consider it. Yeah. So instead of going for Damocles here, because Damocles is immune to darkness thanks to the short sword. So we'll have Jazara roll. It's Jazara, right? Yes, Jazara will be rolling. So a teal and a green. All right. 14, I pass. Okay, so no darkness. Not that it really matters because I'm a spellcaster anyway. Okay, spells cast make an attack prioritizing an opponent with darkness, so it's going to go after Enslaved Spirit. Well, actually, no, it can't. This is actually kind of funny. Yeah, this is actually really funny because I can't actually make a ranged attack here. I think. Let's make sure I got the keywords correctly. Colossal. Figure with this tag ignores elevation and other figures when drawing line of sight, and figures targeting a figure. Okay, so I have a target. I can target Jazara because Jazara is colossal. I don't think I can target the Enslaved Spirit because flight doesn't really change that. Yeah, I don't think figures with flight may draw a line of sight and move between any elevation changes without penalty. They ignore the effects of all terrain they occupy. Well, elevation is a terrain type. So I think it actually does go after the spirit then. Because it's ignoring the effects of all terrain they occupy, which means line of sight, which I guess makes sense with that last sentence, because they can see other people. Alright, I'm going to assume that's how it works. So Animate will attack the Enslaved Spirit then. Enslaved Spirit will go ahead and spend a stamina. Oh, I can't dodge. Darkness. That's a thing. Okay, shoot the Enslaved Spirit. 12 is a hit. Yes, it is. Okay. It's doing at least 1 damage, so let's go ahead and see if you survive. You do, but Chains of Perdition will trigger, and it's going to shoot again. It misses. I can't shoot back because my attack is not ranged. Okay. Then move towards the nearest opponent, and then make an attack against the opponent with the most damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move towards. Oh, I guess. Technic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess technically it's a tie because I move the same distance for both. So it's going to go for Jazara then, because Jazara is higher on the initiative track. So it's going to go this way. All right. Then it's going to make an attack against the opponent with the most damage, which is just going to be Jazara, and this will be in power because it's a melee attack. All right, 13 versus 13. So 1, 2, 3 does 0 damage because of armor. No Chains of Perdition because we've already used it once. Okay, sorry for all the complications there. This was more than I expected. Usually I only have 1 guy down here. All right, Rapturesque is going to go. I don't think it's going to do anything. No one adjacent, no one within SOI. I don't have any energy tokens on it. Okay, yeah, we're good to go. All right, and then Coven Mother. Encounter Espers on the board. There's no opponent with an SOI, and there's no opponent adjacent or another ally with an SOI. Okay, goes to Damocles. No regeneration. Okay, so 6 stamina and all sorts of opponents to play with. All right, let's spend a stamina to move. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can drop down from 3 to 1 without penalty, I believe. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll cost another stamina. Okay, you were supposed to be at 6 because you had 3 originally. Spend 1 to move. Spend another for the extra movement. Okay. And then we'll just start swinging. We'll swing at Animate 1 with a Blade Works. Okay, that's fine now. I'll go ahead and empower it. And we'll see what we can make happen. Whole lot of nothing. I'll go ahead and intervention then. Okay, that'll be a hit, assuming I'll reroll with the short sword. That's a lot better. All right, 16 versus 13, so 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 from Burst. So we're at 13 right now, goes down to 10 because of armor. And I will spend 5 Vow tokens to do another 10, so 20 in total. Alright, I'll exhaust the Iridium Dagger as well as the End Dreams to get 2 Vow tokens back for my troubles. And then I will take 2 damage. Actually, I'll heal 2 from Ring of Blood. Then I'll take 2 to use in secret and get a Vow token and then another Vow token. And then I will spend 2 stamina to swing 1 more time. No empower this time. Alright, good luck. 16 again, so 3, which will go down to 0. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. So 10 damage exactly. We'll finish it off. This Damocles is actually coming together pretty nicely. I am impressed. Vow tokens don't exactly scale very well eventually, but for right now, at least by himself, it goes places. Alright, that is it for Damocles. We go to Jazara. Jazara will get 4 stamina, bring him to 5. We'll spend 3 of it to do the Abyss reaching back. Actually, no, don't do that yet. Okay, no, that's just a pull. That doesn't do pull. Surprisingly, that doesn't do pull. Okay, I'll spend 3 to do the Abyss reaching back. Just the casting die. Good luck. 15. Oh, come on. All right, nothing I can do about that. I'll cast Grabby. I'll use Grabby Tentacles. Why not? Don't have anything else to do. 15's a hit. So we'll do the damage first and figure out the rest of it. So 2 base. 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's going to do 7 damage. And then it's been a while since I've done scaling force. Scaling. Just go to 75 then. Aspers. $72 is the scaling icons. force is always 6 plus the highest discipline learned by the adventurer whose card is being referenced. Is that correct? Not in this case. Unless I'm also adding that together. I guess so. Yeah, if it says... So it's 6 plus the highest discipline, which is 3 for Rook, because he has helping hands. So that brings up to 9, and then I hit by 2. So it'll be 11. Okay, 11. Alright, resisted it, not surprised. Okay. Got all of that, I guess. Yeah, it makes sense, because the force does have to eventually scale. One way or the other. Okay. That is it for Jazara. Goes to Zeke. Zeke, you're over here. You are Darkness. Let's figure out what we can do about that. Alright, go to full stamina. I'm not wounded. Not that it matters because I'm diseased, I think. Yes, I am. So yeah, I'll spend a stamina to change from Animate to Water Loa. Okay. And then I will spend 4 stamina to get rid of Disease and Darkness, since I'm in no hurry. Okay. That is it for Zeke. Goes to Justice, who's kind of just chilling. She heals for 1. We'll go ahead and spend a stamina to go ahead and just go to yellow loot here. I'm not hindered by any terrain, by the way, because I do have aspect. Spend stamina to loot the yellow loot token. 20 gold in a random consumable. 647. Bug bomb. All right. Interesting. That actually might have a use. All right, that's it for her, unfortunately, because I can't move again. But that's okay. That'll give me some time to regenerate. And unfortunately, getting her out of making the strength check from here is actually going to be pretty difficult. All right. Okie dokie. All right. Yeah, that's everything for Justice. Goes to Enslaved Spirit, who's alive still somehow. Okay. Where are you? You're over here. You do have flight. We'll spend 1 to move. You have 6 movement, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that leaves us with 2 stamina left. I'll go ahead and just take a swing at this guy. I have -1 to my attack, unfortunately. But I do get to use all of this stuff. Okay, big whiff. That's fine. All right, new round. Animate goes first. All right, Animate is going to heal for 4. And then take a swing at, just makes an attack. It's going to target Jazara because he's highest on the initiative track. Cannot dodge. 12 is a miss because I have 13 defense, thanks to Friends with Benefits. So it misses, and then it's going to move 2 spaces farther from the target. This movement does not provoke break attacks. moves there, I guess. Alright. Alright, and then it goes... Oh, sorry, I forgot about Rapturesque, but Rapturesque literally cannot do anything. Yeah, Rapturesque cannot... cannot do anything. So we're not worried there. Covenant Mother also can't do anything. So, goes to Damocles. Damocles will get 4 stamina because of haste. And I guess we'll start stabbing. I was hoping to do some backstab, but unfortunately, this guy went first. So we'll just spend 3 stamina and do an empowered attack. No modifiers. An 11. I'll re-roll the 5. Okay, 13's exactly it. So base 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 becomes 1 because of armor. Oh, actually, I could have done some damage to myself or whatever, but I'm not going to worry about it. So 1 damage. I'm just going to go ahead and just do 1 damage, and then I will Iridium Dagger and End Dreams to get some Vow tokens. And then heal for 2. Alright. Oh, I have Blade Works. I completely forgot about that. Blade Works. Let's just use that. Blade Works and 1 power it again. That's a lot better. 15 versus 13, so 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. Goes back down to 9, and then add another 8 for 17 in total. Putting you at 21 out of 30. And I'll actually do an extra damage with Masterwork as well. Alright, and then I will do 2 damage to myself within Secret and get ourselves some more Vow tokens. Okay. That is it for Damocles. Goes to Jazara. Jazara will get 4 stamina because of haste. And spend 3 of it to try to blast this guy again. 15. Okay, this time it hits. Uses its combat dice. Takes 15 damage and dies. Okay, Animate's dealt with. 8 gold. 6, 5, 5. Alright. 12 possible loots left. We're definitely gonna clear out the bag unless we mess up at some point. We'll spend 1 stamina to move. 1, 2. At this point, we may consider just unsummoning Jazara and summoning something new. Best way to probably do that would be to use like maybe the twins or something, though I kind of want to save the twins for later. So I may have to consider some options there. Jazara's done. Enslaved Spirit. There's a red objective, right? Okay, it's just a hieroglyphic symbol. Okay, Enslaved Spirit gets 2 stamina, spends 1 to move. Anyone adjacent? Summons apparently can do... I think they can trigger objectives. I mean, they have stats. It's an encounter action, right? Yep, we'll go ahead and do it in counter action, and we'll see what this does. A group of strange symbols stand before you using the proper combination, and adventurer should be able to open the doors here. Make a lore 10 check. If you pass, read the section below. Okay, so I have a lore of 6. They are smart little floating skulls. Alright, 17. Or sorry, is it? 16. Yeah, math. Alright, after some tinkering, you arrange the symbols and the wall slides down, revealing a narrow passage. You continue until it leads you back up to the floor you came from. Place the green objective token on any unoccupied space on the east side of Telenium 32. Okay. Then place your figure on the green objective. Okay, green objective then. I don't think I ever remembered having to place these. Unfortunately, it does put you in line of sight of doom. Doom! Okay. Then place your figures. This token represents the exit to the location and is considered adjacent to the red objective token for the duration of this encounter. Okay. The more you know. Okay, so you're going to be here and probably blasted next round. Okay, that is it for Enslaved Spirit. It goes to Zeke, who is currently a Water Loa. Gain 4 stamina. Let's transform into a animate. Like the shadows to here. Loot the blue loot token. 2 random consumables. And 2. These are potions. Good. Yeah, if they weren't potions, we would actually be encumbered at this point. Well, actually, we have potions here. Well, actually, these don't count. But, yeah, we got a Hangover Elixir and a Juice Box. We can do a re-equip if we care to. I do not. Okay. I have not moved. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of line of sight here. Yeah, I'm going to get out of line of sight here. I will spend a stamina to move. Back to here. And I'm just going to transform back. Okay. That is it for Zeke. Goes to Rook. Rook will go heal for 1, get 3 stamina. Let's go ahead and use this opportunity to get some stuff refreshed. Let's get haste back up on Zeke. Oh, wait. I should not have been getting 4 stamina. So I will not be able to transform back. Let me verify that real quick. Okay, so I transformed into animate, like the shadows, looted, and then moved back. Those are my actions. Okay, Rook. We'll go ahead and spend a stamina to give haste to Zeke. Enjoy. We can try to get rid of all this nonsense that's on the Enslaved Spirits, but I don't really care to. Alright, besides all of that, I'll go ahead and give myself a stamina with Doom Break. Good. And then we'll spend, we'll do Helping Hands to move down to here. And then blast this Rapturesque with a Courage Stifle. And get to work there. So I think some of these were created. Actually, I don't remember when this Esper was introduced. I'm wondering if it, because obviously taking hits for someone else is not as effective. Actually, it still has its uses, so never mind. Oh, actually, sorry. I'm not going to do Helping Hands. I'm going to spend a stamina to move to here, because that's important. Because I won't be able to move back, because I won't have stamina. Now I'll spend 2 stamina to shoot. I'll empower it. Here goes nothing. Alright, 15 in total. I don't think you have any fancy modifiers to conviction. You do not. Your conviction is a green and a red. I have the card on top, so I'm not going to be able to use the scripting. Alright. Well, I lose all my... Actually, did I do any damage? I did not do any... Yeah, I didn't do any damage, so I don't lose any stamina. I'll do Helping Hands to... Actually, no, I can cast again, then. I'll cast a spell again. 13 this time. Okay, this time I'll do 12 damage to both of them because I am playing with Soul Bond. I will say, I think I've said it before, but if I were to change the rules, I would probably, instead of going making everyone take damage from their own espers, I think I would just revert it back to the old rules where no one takes damage from their espers. I think that ends up being more fair for both sides and consistent. But I'm not going to, like I think I stated it also, I'm not going to change the rules in the middle of this. Okay, now we'll do help. Well, actually, no, it's not going to do any damage. Yeah, it's not going to do any damage because I have, I'm not going to be able to, yeah, it's not going to do any damage. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, I'm not going to bother casting on this guy then because it's not going to make a difference. Like, there's literally no point in doing it. So I'll do Helping Hands and move away. Oh, actually, there is one thing we can do. I can poison it, which will not do any damage to the... I guess, actually, no, it does make a difference. This is so weird. So, it's going to heal, but not the Coven Mother. So it does make a difference. So yeah, I won't roll back. Technically, this does still give it an energy token. Because it takes damage and then heals it. So it will get an energy token for its troubles. Okay, I got ideas. I got thoughts. I can poison it and just deal with it that way. Though that would also guarantee it's going to get energy tokens every round. Okay, well, Helping Hands move away from this thing. Alright, sorry for all the confusion. Justice. I think I have some special rules for this place. I don't remember what it was. It's not the green one. Yellow? Agility 10, okay. Alright, Justice will heal for 1. Spend 1 stamina to move. Get in position here. And then we'll do an agility check. My agility is 3. That's 11. That's enough to remove a obstructing terrain. Okay. Okay. So we got that going for us. That's all Justice can do this round, unfortunately. Goes to... I don't remember if I healed last round with Justice, but I'm not going to worry about it. New round. We definitely fought stuff, so technically no urgency yet. Enslaved Spirit. I'm glad you're going first, because you can get out of the way. I'll spend 1 move. Spend 1 stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. And that'll be it. No penalties, because obviously flying. Rook. This doesn't have low ceiling. Yeah. Okay. Rook. He's going to get healed for 1 and get 3 stamina. And we'll Doom Break first. Then I'm going to spend a stamina to move. And then Blast Rapturesque again. We will empower. 19. Okay. We do 12. This time it will stick. And then you get an energy token. Alright, I lose all my stamina. This time I did have stamina to lose. And then I'm going to Helping Hands away. Alright, goes to Justice. So I just go for the Wombo combo here. I think we'll have to wait around. So obviously the biggest issue here is I can't... This thing just takes all your freaking stamina away. So I think I'm going to have to just wait. I mean, we could spend a stamina to move a little bit, but I don't exactly want to get in line of sight of it. Yeah, that's pretty much as far as I can go. Okay. Goes to Damocles. Damocles is going to go... Well, first he gets 4 stamina because of haste. And then I'm going to go ahead and do 2 damage to myself to get 2 Vow tokens. 1 for the ability and then 1 from 2 Faust. And then I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 stamina to fly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Um, 7, 8. Actually, I think it'll be 7, 8, and then 9 to here. Trying to see how I'm going to move to get away from this. Or I can go 9 to here, which will cost another stamina. No, there's just no way. What's your SOI? Okay, it's only 4. It's not 6 like this one. So yeah, we could just stay there then. Actually, I guess the spirit was safe then. Okay, so we were at 5 stamina, we spent 2. Actually, how much stamina did I have? 1 second. Alright, I had 5 stamina, I spent 2, and I moved 6. Which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9. So, should be that. Okay. And then I'll use my last stamina to go ahead and... Actually, I'll wait on the heal. Okay. Goes to Rapturesque. Doesn't have 3 energy yet. And it can't shoot anybody because it's too far away. Yeah. I think he's exactly 6 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, 7 away. He's even safer than I thought he was. Cool. Perfect. Good to know there's a safe spot there. I mean, like I said, it only has 4 SOI. Rapturesque is done. Coven Mother doesn't do anything. I'm actually kind of surprised how limited this thing is. I mean, I know the tendrils could be very annoying, but it literally can't do anything. I mean, I'm not going to complain. At this point, we'll probably be getting urgency, but I'm not that... Actually, I am making a mistake. I am making a mistake. 1 second. So technically, I am making a mistake, but it doesn't matter. But I'll talk about it real quick. AI steps, page 60. So we're currently, when a combatant... If a combatant has been the target of a spell attack or something that has no true AI steps on their turn, add an aggro token to their card. What will happen is they get an otherwise step, which is while they have the aggro step, they get an otherwise move towards the nearest opponent. So technically, it would be moving towards us. Rapturesque has 0 movement, though. It relies on teleports and swaps, so it can't actually come towards us. So we're actually safe. It does technically have the aggro token, though. Alright, the more you know. Okay, that was Damocles. Rapturesque, Coven Mother goes to Zeke. All right, Zeke, you'll get 4 stamina, legit now. And what would he like to happen now? I could try swinging at this thing, but I don't think it's really valid. Yeah, I really want to I want to finish it off this round, but I don't think it's possible. I would essentially have to move in and get a big hit in, and that alone might be enough. It has no armor, it's just a thing that's here, apparently. And my weapon is a scythe, so it's not limited by any of this nonsense. I'm just wondering if I can actually do enough damage, and I don't think I can. Because the first swing I do is going to drain all my stamina. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play it safe. We'll tag out Animate and then do a intervention on Damocles. And then that'll be it. And then we'll go to Jazara. Jazara can't do much. He's going to get 4 stamina and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's all he can do. All right, new round. Okay, Rapturous goes first, can't do anything. And it's very, very angry with aggro token. And it's kind of now or never to see if we can actually kill this thing. We'll have Rook go first. He's going to heal 1, get 3 stamina. We'll Doom Break for another stamina. And then we are going to spend a stamina to move. To there. And then blast this thing. And empower it. I've already exhausted it from last time. 15. God, jeez. All right, well, we didn't hurt it. Oh, actually, sorry, I didn't mean to do Helping Hands. Or we haven't done Helping Hands yet, that is. Man, every time, isn't it? All right, well, I'll Helping Hands move away, I guess. Because I'm not going to be able to do anything this round. Okay, that's unfortunate. It goes to Coven Mother, it's not going to do anything, goes to Enslaved Spirit. And spend 1 to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. And we'll take a swing at this thing. Here goes nothing. -1 to this, unfortunately, because of darkness. 14? 13? It hits exactly. Just barely. Yeah, because we have -1 because of darkness. So yeah, we hit exactly. I won't have any stamina left, but that's okay. Alright. So 14, 13, 0 base, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can Mage Breaker as well, just because I can. Which means roll casting die. Alright, this will be a total of 15 damage, which unfortunately is going to get healed up immediately. And give it another energy token. I feel like it's supposed to be... I don't know. I'll see if there's a question for this. It's unlikely because it's a freaking alternate. Okay. Yeah, I only saw some reviews about it, and it seems like, yeah, it seems to just heal all of its damage, so it does. Still, the Coven Mother is soulbound, so it will get killed instead, which I'm completely okay with. 12 gold. 6, 6, 7. And honestly, the slow effect is not the end of the world, but it is also super annoying. Okay. The fact that it has such a ridiculous ability, I'm kind of okay with the fact I'm using my own cheese and taking every advantage. Goes to Jazara's turn. Gets 4 stamina and gets to move 8 steps, essentially. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, two, three, four. Yeah, you're safe there. So that was 6. So 1 stamina remains. Okay. Goes to Justice. So at this point, we just need ways to, like, hurt this thing. I mean, technically, we don't really need to fight it. Like, it doesn't drop loot. We could just ignore it. But I do kind of want to kill it. Alright, Justice. Heal 1. Get some stamina. I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 to do Like the Shadows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Exactly 16 movement. Okay, we'll do a Wand of Coiled Fragments. Alright. I believe it stays on the board because summons usually always stay on the board as far as I know. But that is something I can verify real quick. $75. Okay, yeah. Same rules. Okay. I have 12. I got nothing better to do, so I'll go ahead and re-roll the 3 and the 5. Alright, 7's better. We'll go 13 then. But this guy's been resisting everything. Okay, God, I put that effort in. Okay, so I'll roll my casting die. Okay, I should have done this and then re-roll with this. So I'll do that, because that makes sense. But it doesn't matter, it's 3 damage. Alright. One thing I was considering to do was do Tossable Bug Bomb and try to gas them, but I don't think it makes a difference. I'm going to lose all my stamina. I do 3 damage. And I do Inflict Darkness. So we have that. But that is it, unfortunately. I will heal for 2 with Ring of Blood. Okay, that was Justice, goes to Zeke. You are at full strength, Zeke. I guess I will spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll transform into an animate. And Like the Shadows to here. And then I'll take a swing. My attack is automatically empowered, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, take a swing. 12 is unfortunately not enough. I don't have to worry about the hindering terrain because Rapture-esque is not on multiple terrain spaces. Or do I still need to worry about it because I'm attacking through a tile? I think I'm still attacking through a tile, so it probably misses regardless. I do have Intervention. I'll go ahead and pop it because I can pop ability tokens. I do have to reroll everything though. And I miss. Okay. That happened. Goes to Damocles. 4 stamina. Spend 1 to move. He can't really get anywhere. I'm going to go to here, and that's it. because everything's being blocked right now. And new round. Okay, Zeke will get 4 stamina. And we'll just keep going with this. We'll spend 2 stamina to attack. And then I will spend 2 stamina to attack. And that's a miss. Cool. Alright, goes to Rook. And Rook is going to get 3 stamina and regenerate. I will go ahead and do Helping Hands at this point and go to here. And yeah, I'll go ahead and spend 2 and try to blast this guy. I'll empower it. 15. Actually, yeah, I'll spend the stamina to move instead because I can't double. I keep thinking I could cast twice. I can't. So anyway, roll these. Roll your 15 like you usually do. Okay, I do 12 damage. Gets another energy token. Should have like 5 of these now. And then I will lose all my stamina for my troubles, but it means everything else stays at least. And let's see. I don't really care about Psych. Alright, give me a moment to figure out what I'm going to summon. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and desummon Jazara. You did a great job. And I'm going to go ahead and summon Krishaka, which I believe we haven't messed with yet. Intervention token goes away. It's going to have 3 stamina to play with. Be at full strength again. Alright. Let's see. At the beginning of Krishaka's turn, if no opponent has a Nemesis token, randomly choose one opponent to gain a Nemesis token. This opponent is Krishaka's Obsession. And then when she enters play, I roll a black die and get a whole lot of nothing. So she would actually start with vow tokens for every book, but as always, I didn't get anything. And if she ever targets her Obsession, she has to use all her vow tokens. But she also gains a bunch of could potentially get vow tokens every time she gets damaged by someone that's not her Obsession. Okay. Let me go ahead and grab her initiative card real quick. Oh, she's not in here. Wait, how's she not in there? I should have initiative cards for everybody. Well, one thing we do need to do is get her actual token. I can summon her anywhere with an SOI, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since Rook has 6 SOI, I can put her here to flank. I'm fairly certain there's Psych. Alright, give me a moment to go find Krishaka then. Sorry, I had them placed over here. Krishaka, the Polyon of Vanity. Okay, and unfortunately this is going to be an extremely long video because we have more stuff to read. What cannot be given? I would do anything for you. Once those words had brought Araceli nothing but joy. His love whispered them whenever they spoke, when they woke together in the mornings and retired at night. Long days of hard work in the harsh sun aboard the deck of the Storm Swift. When they sailed into unfriendly skies, she was always there, just beside him. There was no danger too great to frighten her, no slip of the tongue that would make her angry, no mistake that would sour her love. Having Jacqueline around was a perfect dream that Araceli had never imagined he would ever experience. How could he, given the woman had died half a century ago? First he imagined he'd been blessed by some unknown god, reaching back through fate to repair what was lost. One night at that Noxalia feast a few hours behind a mask, and she was back in his life. The longer they were together, the more the cracks began to show. It took only a few days of Aracilus for Aracilus to realize that the woman following him was not Jacqueline at all. Or after all, she captured the memory perfectly, those impossible delicate features and shimmering silver hair only made more beautiful by the advancement. But then they were boarded. Instead of fighting back, she just fawned over him and let a pirate put a cutlass through her stomach. She barely even noticed, until the brigand turned on Aracilus. Only then did she turn her strange powers on him, walking him delicately across the deck with a sword still in his chest. The man watched in enraptured silence as she led him gently over the edge and plummeting to his death. She recovered quickly after that, but the illusion was forever broken. She had none of Jacqueline's memories and her own name, Krishaka, which he only pried from her through great effort. The oppressor docked and hide, as it often did. Krishaka wept, clinging to him in desperation. "Don't you want what we had?" she pled. "You know I'd do anything for you. I can be better than Jacqueline ever was." Aracilus helped her onto the dock, then pried her fingers from his arm. "I'm sorry, but you're not her. I can't love a lie." Her face shattered before his eyes like dropped porcelain. She fled in tears, vanishing into the darkened streets. Not sure if we read that one or not. I honestly don't remember. We've done like 70 parts of this playthrough, so I apologize if that was a reread, but it was a nice read regardless. Alright. So we spawned her. She's in. I do get 2 summon tokens, which is why I did it. I want to accumulate as many of these as I can. Alright. And let's dive into Krishaka's turn. So Krishaka at the start of her turn, she's going to be obsessed with Rapturesque, so it's going to get a Nemesis token. Oh, actually, before my turn ends, I will give Intervention to Krishaka, since it's with an SOI. Okay, I'm going to spend 2 stamina to attack. It's I Love, I Hate, it's just a basic attack. And yeah, all good stuff. Alright, so it is not empowered, so it's just 2 greens. Alright, 13, it's 14 because of flanking. So right now I base damage 1, and then Nemesis makes it 3. And I do have the stamina to lose, so this will kill. I'm not sure if you end up doing a killing blow here, if it actually counts, or if the heal kicks in or not. But regardless, we lose the last stamina we had, and this thing finally dies. All right, that took a while, but was thankfully just annoying. But regardless, this means technically this round we wouldn't get any urgency if we were dealing with that nonsense. All right. So with all that taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and put these away just so I don't lose them. And that is it for Krishaka. Don't get anything special for killing the obsession. Nope, we're good. Okay. Heal. Oh, and she can heal herself. Okay. Alright, I didn't even go over her stats, by the way. She has 6 movement and 4 armor, and then she has very high strength. And the rest of her stats are average, below average. She is able to give herself barrier, heal herself for a lot, and then she has some various attacks that can do quite a bit of push. Alright, Rapturesque can go back into this. Your tokens, right? Yes. Okay. No loot for this because it was an Esper. Goes to Justice. Justice, I'm going to go ahead and have... she's at full HP. I'm going to go ahead and just have her move to the switch and just stay there. Enslaved Spirit is still hanging around. We'll just have him hang around, that's fine. How much space do you have? You have space for 2. Actually, I'll have Enslaved Spirit move to here. And that'll be it for Enslaved Spirit. Okay, goes to Damocles. He's going to be at super high stamina, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and do Too Fast, or not Too Fast. I'm going to do In Secret and get that last Vow token on him. I'll take 2 damage, and then I will spend a stamina to use one of the heal tokens to heal for 6. And then I'm going to have him move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 8, 10, 12, and then spend a stamina to loot this green loot thing. 20 gold and a random consumable. Okay, gets a magic bomb. I'll tag that in for this, like so. All right, and then what was it, 20 gold? Okay, 20 gold. 687. All right, good. Next, that is it for the loot. That's the end of the round. All right, goes to Damocles. I don't really have anything I need to do with Damocles anymore, so I'm just going to pass turn. Rook is going to get 3 stamina. And I'm going to go ahead and use this opportunity to re-equip. Actually, no, I'll do Doombreak first. Get a stamina. I'll spend a stamina to re-equip. Use the bag to remove disease off of the spirit. And then I'll re-equip back. All right. Then it goes to Enslaved Spirit, which is just going to hang around. Then it goes to Krashaka, who's just also going to hang around. And then it goes to Zeke. Zeke, can you purge stuff off other people? Yes. Okay, so go to full stamina, spend 1 to transform into a water loa. And then spend 2 to cleanse the darkness off of the Enslaved Spirit. I need to check something real quick. Okay, sorry, I was a little bit of a headache to kind of go through the footage to verify some things. So back over here, when we were clearing out the blights, the second one was within SOI of Zeke, and he was in human form, or his real form. So he should have gotten an energy token for that because of Felled Afterlife. And then we just took out a figure here. I was in animate form, but what I could have done is transformed at any time to be in human form to get that energy token as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that. Obviously, the only thing that would change is I would have started my next turn in Zeke form, in which case I would have been at 4 stamina, transformed, and then spend 2. And that's it. So yeah, we have our Felled Afterlife charges, because we could still build them even when this thing's already been used. And it actually does help as far as, well, I guess it doesn't really help as far as force is concerned, but it's still something. Because unfortunately I can't get the passive effect while I'm transformed because Conduit's a headache. But yeah, so yeah, got energy tokens to carry on to the next part, which is fantastic. Besides all of that, it was Zeke's turn. I've already purged the... I'm going to go ahead and transform back into Zeke form. Actually, won't matter. We'll go to that, and then we'll go to Justice. We'll go ahead and pull the lever. You pull at the lever and brace yourself. A click echoes throughout the chamber before a wall nearby opens, up revealing an exit. Place the blue exit token on the adjacent to this token on the east side, which is here. Okay. At the same time, a large portion of the room you're standing in collapses. The fountain in the center, along with its adjacent benches, all crumble into a dark chasm, replace all water and hindering trials with dangerous terrain. Figures occupying these spaces can do all that junk. All right. Okay. So all this would do is it'll make you fall back into the other room, I believe. But it'll be a lot more painful. We don't need to worry about it. Yeah, we don't need to worry about it. Okay. So I'm not going to bother putting these terrain down. I am going to go ahead and move off this tile for a brief moment, just so we have one more round to kind of get stuff set up. In fact, I can go all the way up to here just so I can benefit from some freaking interventions. New round. Technically, it would be an urgency at this point. I don't care. I've already stated multiple times I'm not playing with it. I might as well reap the benefits. On Zeke's turn, he's going to get 4 stamina. Damocles does not do anything. I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 stamina to transform back. And then I'm going to go ahead and give a intervention token to Justice. Actually, no, he'll give an intervention token to himself. All right. And I think I can go ahead and just summarize what's going to happen from now on. I'm going to get intervention tokens on people who need them, which is just going to be Justice and then the Spirit, because that's supposed to carry over, I believe. Does the Spirits carry over? I'm assuming they do. Well, I'll look that up off screen. This has gone on long enough. All right, so I'll have someone stand on the blue exit, and then we will be done. Whew, this was a long one. But it was fun. I actually had a lot of fun with it despite how long it took. Each party member gains 1 experience point. Unfortunately, we won't be able to spend it. And then we'll be going on to Traps on Traps, which I believe is just another encounter. It is. Periodic streams of blue energy blast across the opening to the chamber up ahead. Perhaps the devices causing this could be disabled or even used to your advantage. Deeper within the chamber, you see a living oblation inspecting the doorway. It notices you and turns, beckoning you to try and come for her. All right, so this living oblation will be a living oblation. And we will be dealing with another alternate Esper. I know that much. But I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I am the Depressed Dior. This was Middara on Intentional Malum Act 1 on Tabletop Simulator. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This was a crazy fight. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.